Attention, Star Cadets! Stand by for action! Captain Paxar says prepare to travel time and soar through space while facing the worst villains of the past and the future. Stand by for Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
Greetings, Star Cadets! I, Captain Paxar, am speaking to you from the secret headquarters of the Interdimensional Peace Force. Today we begin our extended mission. We will join the Space Patrol as they investigate the failure of an important solar fission plant, unaware that this is the first incident in the Proteus Case. Stand by for action as the Space Patrol enters the deadly radiation chamber.
Space Patrol! High adventure in the wild, vast reaches of space. Missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Buzz Corey, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol.
The hatch closed. We're locked in. What's that?
Somebody threw the switch. We're being bombarded with radiation.
And there's no way out.
Stand by for exciting action on the deadly radiation chamber in just 1 moment. This is an exonium plant, the Halifax Exonium Atomic Products Company. It is here that nearly 30% of the system's fissionable material is processed for commercial use. From this huge, sprawling plant, the Halifax Company makes a contribution vital to the very existence of the United Planets. Not far from the great plant itself, in Terra City, high atop an office building, sits the guiding genius behind this huge enterprise, the gruff and blustery Mr. Henry Halifax.
Mr. Tyler, state your business and be quick about it. I'm a busy man. Well, what do you want? You're wasting my time. Speak up, speak up.
Maybe this will answer your question, Mr. Halifax.
What's the meaning of this?
Shut up and turn around.
Why, you...
Turn around.
The disguise is excellent, sir. Excellent. You could fool me, and I was just talking to Halifax.
Take this to the hideout on Mercury. It annoys me.
Amazing, Mr. Proteus. Even a voice. No one will know you're not Halifax himself.
This is only the beginning, Tyler. Only the beginning.
Well, if it were just the Halifax Company alone, it wouldn't be so bad. But the Matsoon Company and the Justin Company, too. The three largest processors of fissionable material in the United Planets. Power shortage like we're in for will not only cripple industry, but surface transportation, interplanetary flights. There won't even be enough power to operate the homes of the people. And worse, medical science centers rely on synthetic isotopes for many of their cures.
Smoking rockets, it's right. I hadn't thought of that. No wonder the Security Council ordered you to investigate all the nuclear fission plants.
Yes, but where do we start? Why would these three companies suddenly declare their plants radioactive and unsafe, dismiss all their employees, and go out of production, one right after another?
Maybe it's sabotage, sir.
Well, maybe it is. In any case, that's what we've got to find out. The Halifax Company plant being located here in Terra will be our first stop. We have an appointment with Henry Halifax himself at 1200.
Wonder what he'll have to say.
Boss,
Hello, Carol.
Hi, Capt.
I'm glad I caught you, Boss.
Well, what's up?
Well, it seems that Dad just told me that the director of the Fissionable Material Agency is coming to see you in an hour.
Oh, what for?
Well, the Security Council just gave him special emergency powers now that production's limited.
I see.
And Dad said off the record that he's feeling his new authority already.
Oh.
He told some of the council members that he's going to keep his finger on the progress of your investigation.
That's all we need. Well, we still have time to see Mr. Halifax before Mr. Proteus gets here.
Who, sir?
The council director, Happy, Mr. Proteus.
How many times must I tell you never to use that name Proteus in here? When we're here in this office, I'm Halifax. When we're in the Mars office, I'm Matsoon. And on Venus, I'm Justin.
Yes, sir, I'll remember. See that you do.
Yes, yes, what is it? Speak up. Well, what do they want? Well, what are you waiting for? Send them in.
Want me to leave?
No, stick around.
Mr. Halifax, I'm Commander Corey. This is my cadet, Happy.
What do you want? Speak up, I'm a busy man. Get to the point.
All right, Mr. Halifax, I will get to the point. Your company supplies 30% of all the power units used in the United Planets.
31.7%.
Well, the government thinks that your installations, along with those of Mr. Matsoon and Mr. Justin, are being sabotaged. I've been ordered to conduct an investigation and like your permission to go into your plant here in Terra.
Go into it. Are you mad, man? It's been declared unsafe. The whole place is radioactive. Why, it may reach critical mass at any time.
You mean blow up?
Nobody's talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
Do I have your permission?
Permission? Of course not.
Maybe you don't understand. This is an emergency.
The answer is still no. Now, if you don't mind, I'm a busy man.
I can get a warrant allowing me to search your premises.
Then get it.
Mr. Halifax, you have a stockpile of power units, yet you've canceled contracts and refused to sell any of them. Why?
None of your blasted business. This is my property. I can do with it what I want.
Of course you can. But Mr. Matsoon and Mr. Justin are also withholding their stockpiles. This could suggest a conspiracy to manipulate the market price and create a monopoly. And that, Mr. Halifax, is illegal.
So
think it over.
Goodbye, Mr. Halifax.
get out of here!
Lock the door, Tyler.
Maybe you ought to let Corey go into the plant. Like he said, he can get a warrant.
I need the time it'll take him to get that warrant.
Time, Mr. Proteus? What for?
Corey is smart, and he's dangerous. It won't take him long to figure out just how we made this plant radioactive. Then he'll soon discover the same trick was used at the Matsoon and Justin plants.
Yeah, I see what you mean. If he found out that we'd stop production on purpose, he might be able to make that monopoly charge stick. We'd be out of business before we get started.
Exactly. That's why Commander Corey has to die.
Did you get the warrant, Happy?
Oh, yes, sir. It'll be ready in a few minutes. You can pick it up after your meeting with Mr. Proteus.
He's late.
Proteus. Proteus. Well, I heard that name before.
There was a mythical sea god named Proteus, Happy. He had the strange ability to change his appearance whenever he wanted to.
Sure, I remember now. Yeah, Proteus could look like anything he wanted to.
You speaking about me, young man?
Oh, no, sir. We were talking about a mythical sea god.
Sounded very interesting, this ability to change one's appearance. I'll have to try it sometime.
Mr. Proteus, I'm Commander Corey.
Oh.
This is Miss Carol Carlisle and my cadet, Happy.
How do you do? Very glad to know you. I'm sorry I'm late, Commander. I was held up in an important meeting.
That's quite all right.
Now, Commander, as you know, we're facing a serious situation.
Yes, I know.
We must act as fast as we can if we can avert a disaster.
We're starting our investigation at once, Mr. Proteus.
Oh, excellent, Commander. Well, I know we can count on you. I merely stopped by today because I wanted to assure you that you will have the complete cooperation of my counsel in not interfering in any way with your investigation.
Thank you.
The only thing I want in return is that you keep me informed of your progress so I can assure the council members that everything possible is being done.
Oh, certainly, Mr. Proteus. In fact, I can tell you right now that we're going over to the Halifax plant in a few minutes and see if we can find out about this mysterious radioactivity.
Oh, excellent, Commander. I can see you're on your toes. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I'll be in touch with you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Huh. Well, is that all there is?
Well, that was painless.
Yes, it was. Let's hope this Mr. Proteus doesn't turn out to be like your mythical sea god.
You mean change into something else?
Yes, into an ogre. If we don't learn what's wrong at the Halifax plant.
That's right. My name's Tyler. I saw you at the Halifax office.
Then you know why we're here.
Sorry, I can't let you in.
I don't want to contradict you, but we have that warrant.
Warrant or no warrant, I can't let you in. I'm not authorized to.
You are now.
Not interested.
Hey, what's the big idea? Oh!
That wasn't very smart, Tyler.
Maybe you'd like to do something about it.
Come on, Hank. Yes? There, you can read that when you come to. The rockets went, they were right. This place is hot. Listen to that Geiger counter.
Seems to be coming from the walls, all right.
Commander, you don't think this whole place really could reach critical mass and go up in an atomic explosion, do you, sir? With us in it?
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
Mr. Proteus, I stalled them as long as I could, but they're inside the plant now.
I wonder what's in there, sir.
It's a chamber for making synthetic isotopes. Must have closed down the plant before this was processed.
Sure hate to be in here when we started bombarding it with radiation. Huh? Wait! That's closed! Commander, we're locked in. What's that?
Somebody threw the switch. We're being bombarded with radiation.
And there's no way out.
Say, Space Patrollers, you want the great new Nettie Nestle space jet, don't you? Yes, sir, it's a really great model. You can throw it for a long, long distance, and it does all kinds of tricks. It's all plastic, so it can't break, and it can't break anything, even when you fly it in a house. Look, here it has a special secret compartment in the nose, so you can send secret messages to all your pals in the Space Patrol. Say, there's a message here. Let's see what it says. This sensational offer is from the makers of Nestle's Ever-Ready, the instant cocoa, with whole milk and sugar already in it. The one cocoa that needs nothing but water added to give you a rich, hot drink with delicious Nestle chocolate flavor. That's Nestle's Ever-Ready Cocoa. Okay, now here's the scoop on how to get your space jet. You send your name and address, along with 25 cents in coin, plus the lid from a can of Nestle's Ever-Ready Cocoa, or a tracing of the front of the Ever-Ready label to Nestle, Box 66, New York 46, New York. Now that's 25 cents in coin, no stamps, please. Plus the Ever-Ready can lid or tracing of the front of the Ever-Ready label to Nestle, Box 66, New York 46, New York. And that's all there is to it. But this offer is good for a short time only, so don't be left out. Send for your space jet today. And now back to Space Patrol. And make a note of the time. Between the hours of 1430 and 1700, all public utility power will be cut off. This is the first step in an all-out move to conserve power. Further emergency measures will be taken. Stay tuned for...
I'm back, Dad. I was just listening to the emergency broadcast. Oh, yes, it's terrible. I just hope Buzz can find the answer before the whole system's paralyzed. Well, he's working on it already, Dad. He and Hap are at the Halifax plant right now.
It's no use, Commander. We're locked in. Commander, look! The more those vapor rods come out, the more radiation we're taking. How much can we take, Commander? How long can we last?
Not very long, Happy, unless we can get out of here.
That's impossible.
Did you get him, Mr. Proteus?
Yes, Tyler. They're both locked inside an isotope chamber. From now on, all we've got to do is wait. It's just a matter of time.
There must be a way out of here. It's got to be.
It's no use, Commander. I've been over every inch of this place, just like you have.
It's Carol calling Commander Corey. Buzz, this is Carol. Do you read me? Buzz, Happy, come in.
Commander, I don't feel very well.
You can't just give up.
Maybe it'd be better if this whole place did reach critical mass. Blow. At least that way it'd be quick. Or maybe if all those damper rods would just come out at once, all at the same time.
Don't talk that way. Wait a minute. It might work.
Got an idea?
Capt, I'll pull all the damper rods out. Accelerate the radiation.
I was only kidding, sir. I didn't mean...
Well, look, Cap, suppose the radiation were increased, say, beyond the danger point. There must be an automatic cutout switch to take care of it.
Yeah, there must be. Hey, but wait a minute. If you increase the radiation beyond the danger point, how does it affect us?
It could be dangerous, Cap. You get a good dose of radiation, maybe too much. You may be able to get the medical science center in time. They could treat us.
It's the medical science center. Commander, even if we do get the power shut off, how do we get out of here?
There is an automatic cutout switch. There must be some provision for immediately lessening the critical load here in the chamber. That can mean only one thing. This block of raw material would be withdrawn. Pulled out of the chamber through here.
Yeah, in order for that to happen, the panel would have to open.
Here, Happy, sit here.
What about you, sir?
Belts on the rods. All set?
I'm ready, sir. I hope it works.
Hey, how'd you get here?
So we'd like to know.
In?
Them Space Patrol uniforms. What are you fellas doing here?
It's a long story.
Hey, you fellas don't look so good. Kind of pale and sickly. Is anything wrong?
Where's the nearest spaceophone?
Up there, right around the corner.
How about a miniature spaceophone, sir?
They'd never penetrate the insulated walls.
You don't look in any condition to get to that spaceophone. Why don't you just sit here and take it easy? I'll make your call for you.
Thanks. Call Medical Science Center. Have them send an emergency ship fast. 2 cases of radiation.
Radiation? Now, just don't you worry. I'll make that call for you right away. Just take it easy.
Commander, you don't think there'd be any chance that we could make it ourselves?
No.
In your ship, do you, sir?
No, we'd black out before we got there. Don't worry. They'll get here in time.
Yeah, sure. Sure, they'll get here in time.
You're all set now. I told them to burn their rockets if they had to, just to make sure they get here as quick as they could.
Thanks, old Tyler. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we sure do.
I'll just sit down here and wait with you, if you don't mind.
I can't let you in, and that's all there is to it.
But, Commander Coring, Cadet, happier in there. I know. I landed right by their ship.
They had a search warrant.
But they've been in there so long, and they don't answer my spaceophone calls.
Look, I can't help that. You're not coming in, and that's final.
All right.
Hey, you, come back here. Come back.
Commander, would it be funny if an ambulance ship was already out there? Tyler wouldn't let him in because he didn't have a warrant?
Maybe we'd better call again.
What's wrong?
Nothing now. Now, if you can break a few speed records, get us to the Medical Science Center.
But you're hurt. What happened?
Radiation.
I'll get you back right away from
Now,
here.
you better take Tyler and that Ben, the watchman, along for questioning.
Commander, they're gone.
Oh, we don't have time to look for them now. Come on.
You're right, Carol. We'll pick them up later.
What are you doing? Now, don't be a fool, Tyler. It's got to look like an accident.
What do you know about this? As I said before, I give the orders.
Mr. Proteus.
Let this be a lesson to you, Tyler. Every time I give an order, obey it to the letter. You can never know when I'll be standing next to you. And neither can Corey.
Yes, Dad, we're back at the office, and they're all right. They counteracted their excessive radiation at Medical Science Center. Oh, and they both look as good as new. Bye, Dad.
Say, Commander, do you think maybe that Tyler or that watchman might have had something to do with us getting locked in that chamber?
I don't know, Half, but we're sure going to find out.
Hey, what's going on?
That's just a start. The first results of a power shortage that may mark the beginning of the worst disaster that this system has ever known.
In just a moment, a preview of next week's exciting Space Patrol adventure, which will be brought to you by Rice Jacks. And now a scene from next week's exciting adventure, the plot in the atomic plant.
Hey, there he is up there, Commander, on the catwalk.
Yes, I see him. Hiding behind a structural beam suspended from that cable.
What's he going to do with that cable?
He's releasing it. It's going to drop the whole load of the beams right on us.
Well done, Star Cadets! The first phase of our mission was a rousing success! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment!
Welcome back, Star Cadets. I, Captain Paxar, will now brief you on the second phase of our extended mission. The Proteus Case builds as the evil, chameleon-like Mr. Proteus continues to baffle Commander Buzz Corey of the Space Patrol when he attempts to destroy intergalactic trade. Stand by for action as the Space Patrol must foil the plot in the atomic plant.
Space Patrol! High adventure in the wild, vast reaches of space. Missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Buzz Corey, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol. Brought to you by the Checkerboard Super Cereals, Wheat Chex, Rice Chex, and Good Hot Roastin'.
For exciting action on The Plot in the Atomic Plant in just 1 moment. A strange hush has descended over Terra, capital of the United Planets. No spaceships blast off from the interplanetary spaceport. No surface cars streak along the city's ribbon-like freeways. No people scurry about the streets, going to and from their jobs. For industry has halted. There is no activity, only the dark, ominous quiet of a ghost city. But Terra is not a ghost city. Within its boundaries, there are ships and surface cars and industry and people. People who remain in their homes, waiting and hoping and praying that the impending disaster will not become reality. To a 20th century civilization whose very existence depends upon the power of atomic energy, a sudden acute shortage of that power will surely result in a disaster as destructive as the devastation of a total war. In his central office at Space Patrol headquarters on Terra, Buzz Corey sits with his cadet, Happy, listening to the official broadcast of the latest emergency measures taken to offset the power shortage crisis. Sitting idle just beyond the outskirts of Terra City is the huge, sprawling Halifax Atomic Products Plant, closed down by its owner, Mr. Halifax, due to radioactive contamination. The plant nearly became the scene of tragedy when Buzz and Happy were trapped in an isotope chamber. While conducting an investigation to determine the cause of contamination in the plant, they encountered 2 men. One, Mr. Proteus, who, like the mythical sea god of the same name, is capable of changing his appearance and character whenever he wishes. To Buzz Corey, Mr. Proteus is known only as the director of a government agency concerned with the allocation of the precious atomic power units still available. A master of deception, Mr. Proteus now appears as Ben, an old watchman. The other man, Tyler, is his assistant, the only person alive who knows the true character of the chameleon-like Mr. Proteus.
It's amazing, Mr. Proteus. As many times as I've seen you in your various disguises, I didn't know that you were Ben, the old watchman.
Nor did Corey, and that's what's important. Now he must be put out of the way permanently. He's too dangerous.
How are we going to do that without tipping our hand?
Like our first attempt, it must appear accidental. And like our first attempt, it will happen here in the Halifax plant while he's conducting his investigation.
After what happened, what makes you think he'll come back here?
Well, he'll come back all right. As soon as he begins to ask himself a few questions.
Why? Why was that old watchman Ben allowed to remain inside the plant when everyone else was dismissed because of excessive radiation?
It's a good question, Commander, especially since we know that the place is hot. You know, I'll bet he knows a lot more about our getting locked in that isotope chamber than he's letting on.
Well, I bet Tyler does, too, if he could only prove it.
It'd be kind of hard to prove anything against old Ben. After all, he did try to help us. He called Medical Science Center for an ambulance ship, even if it was late in getting there.
Wait a minute. How do we know that ambulance ship ever got there?
Hey, come to think of it, we don't.
Medical Science Center. This is Commander Corey. I want to check your records of ambulance calls for yesterday. About 13:45. Call for an ambulance ship to go to the Halifax Products plant outside Terra City. Are you sure? Thank you very much. Corey out. They received no such call.
Smoking rockets. And if Carol hadn't showed up when she did, why, we'd be...
We'd be a memory, Happy.
Yeah. And that means Ben lied to us.
They'll think that's just some mark left there by the crew that was constructing the new building when the plant closed down. But look up there.
Now I see what you got on your mind.
Of course you do, Tyler. Now, here's the way it'll work. When Corey and his cadet are standing on that mark, you'll be up there. I'll give you a signal. All you've got to do is release the cable. And a few thousand pounds of structural beams will come right down on top of it.
Yeah, it'll look like an accident. Wait a minute. How can you get Corey to come back into this unfinished building, let alone stand exactly on that spot?
'Cause old Ben, the watchman's going to make real sure that he does.
Nobody around, Commander. It's kind of funny. The last time we tried to get in here, Mr. Halifax's right-hand man, Tyler, did his best to stop us.
Maybe this time he wants us to go inside the plant.
You know, or maybe after what happened, he left. Remember, you said you were going to take the watchman and Tyler down to headquarters for questioning. Maybe they're both hiding out someplace.
Now, what in blazes would we want to do a thing like that for? Ben, sure it is. Who'd you expect?
Maybe we didn't expect anyone.
Just on account of a few questions? Ha! Questions don't scare me none. Go ahead and ask them.
I intended to, Ben. I've been wondering why you stay here making the rounds in the plant when it's been declared unsafe.
Seems safe enough to me.
But it's contaminated with radiation. According to Mr. Halifax, the whole place could reach critical mass at any moment and just blow up.
Don't know nothing about that. All I know is I was hired to be a watchman, and that's what I do. Ain't nobody told me to go home. So I reckon I'll just stay here right on the job until they do. Any more questions?
I checked Medical Science Center, Ben. There's no record of your calling for an ambulance ship to pick up Happy and me.
That's so. I reckon that gal that took my call had something else on her mind. Some forgot it. Reminds me of the time when I was a rocket jockey for an interplanetary freight company. Forgot to make a record of a meteor I took in the hull once. Got fired. Same thing ought to happen to that gal.
Ben, exactly what do you know about our being locked in that isotope chamber yesterday?
Say, now, I'm glad you asked me that question. I got a theory. This fella Tyler that's been hanging around here, he's been acting kind of peculiar.
What do you mean?
I don't trust him. Wouldn't surprise me none if he knowed something about that.
Is Tyler here now?
Sure, he's still here. You'd think he didn't trust me to make my rounds the way he keeps hanging around.
Where is Tyler?
I can show you quick enough.
Show us.
Follow me, he's in building 34.
What's in building 34? Another isotope chamber?
Now, that's another funny thing. Ain't nothing in there. Ain't even all baked yet. Come on, I'll show you. Hold it.
What's the matter?
I think it's our Tyler. Where? You two stay right here. I'll fetch him quick enough.
Commander, maybe old Ben's trying to get away himself.
Yes, that's why I'm keeping an eye on him.
Hey, he stopped. I wonder what he's up to anyway.
Looks like he's waving to somebody up there.
Hey, it's Tyler, Commander. I saw him.
Pat, look out!
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
Get Tyler first and then go after Ben.
Right.
Just a little closer, Corey.
Here they come, Corey.
What are the lights? That light. It's glowing in the dark.
Where's the guidance counter?
I left it right just a minute. Here it is, sir.
Turn it on. Point it toward the door.
It registers radiation, just like the other walls we checked.
For the same reason.
You mean the only reason everybody thought this plant was hot was because of fluorescent paint on the walls?
Exactly. There's enough fluorescent paint on the hands of a watch to get a substantial reaction from a Geiger counter.
Sure there is. I've tried that myself.
These walls are just as harmless.
Hey, you were right all along. Somebody's trying to corner the market on atomic power plants. And Ben and Tyler are in on it.
We've got to get our hands on at least one of them to find out who's behind this.
Mr. Proteus, you fool! Don't you know I kept those lights turned on so nobody would discover the walls were covered with fluorescent paint? I had to do something.
Commander, there's somebody over there.
Watch out. Got it!
I couldn't find Ben, Commander. I know he was with Tyler, though.
Take care of Ben later. Right now, I want some answers. Who's behind this, Tyler? Is it Halifax?
I don't know.
Don't lie to me. I want his name, and you're going to give it to me.
All right, I'll tell you. His name?
Commander, somebody shot him.
People been talking.
Ben.
I'll try to find him and take care of Tyler.
Right, sir.
What are you doing here?
Commander Oh, my head.
What happened to you?
An old man with a mustache. He slugged me.
Oh, that would be Ben. But what are you doing here in the first place?
Well, I was looking for you. I have some new information I thought you should know about.
New information?
Yes. We just got word at Council headquarters that Halifax is willing to sell some of his stockpile of atomic power units.
Oh, but for a ridiculous figure, right?
Well, his price is high. But I think we should accept it, Commander. You're well aware of the situation we face.
Yes, and I'm aware of a few other things, too.
What do you mean?
We won't have to knuckle down to Mr. Halifax. I can soon prove that this whole thing is a premeditated plan to create a monopoly.
Are you sure?
Positive. As soon as I get the brainograph from Tyler, I'll know who's behind this.
Oh, then you don't know for sure as yet.
Just a matter of time.
Commander!
Over here, Hap.
Say, Tyler. Mr. Proteus, what are you doing?
What about Tyler?
Oh, he's in pretty bad shape, Commander. When Ben shot him, he sure didn't want him to get up again. He took a full charge.
Let's get him medical science center fast. Without him, we may never know the name of the man we're after. Come on.
Just a minute, Commander. I'll go with you.
I'm glad you were assigned to this case, Dr. Lorenz. I'm well aware of your record for treating ray gun wounds.
Good thing you got him here when you did, Commander. There's a good chance we can save him.
Do everything you can, Dr. Lorenz. It's vitally important.
I do my best. Tyler's in room 211 if you want to look in on him.
Commander, I think I'd better leave. I have some very important details to attend to in my office. You can reach me there as soon as you find out how Tyler's coming along.
All right, Mr. Proteus. We'll be in touch with him.
Fine.
hours, Doctor.
It will probably take several hours, Commander.
We'll leave you alone then, Doctor. Let us know as soon as possible.
Certainly, Commander.
Oh, Doctor, the security of the entire United Planets may depend on your saving Tyler's life. It's in your hands.
And now a scene from next week's exciting adventure, The Blazing Sun of Mercury.
How do you like it, Corey? How long do you think you can last without water? 2 hours? 1 hour? How do you like the blazing sun of Mercury?
Be sure to see what happens when Buzz and Happy, in an attempt to save the system from disaster, encounter the blazing sun of Mercury. Next week on Space Patrol. Space Patrol is brought to you today by the bite-sized cereals in the red and white checkerboard packages, wheat checks, and rice checks. Be sure to hear Space Patrol on ABC.
See, you asked for it on ABC.
Great job, Star Cadets! The captain will debrief you in a moment when Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour returns.
You've all served with valor and honor, Star Cadets, but our extended mission continues. The Space Patrol and I, Captain Paxar of the Interdimensional Peace Force, salute you. You may now stand down until we meet again at the appointed time coordinates, when we will again undertake a daring mission through time, space, and alternate dimensions. Until then, Star Cadets, always remember, keep the peace.